a white hole can bring the dead back to life. But the condition is, sorry, you need to wait at the entrance for 10 billion years. If a person falls into a black hole, theoretically, they will be ejected from a white hole, but not now. In the past, black holes devour everything. White holes eject everything. A celestial body that can resurrect deceased loved ones, bring dinosaurs back to Earth, and make lost civilizations reappear, all requiring the wait for the universe's destruction. This is not a science fiction movie plot. According to Einstein's equations, white holes are mathematically valid and physicists have proven their existence. But 70 years have passed and no one has seen one, not even once, as if the universe deliberately hides it. Scientists even suspect that white holes are not simply unfindable, but that they violate some cosmic rule, and once they appear, they are instantly erased. More terrifying is that if white holes truly exist, it means that everything swallowed by black holes, including entire galaxies and entire civilizations, is currently being spewed out wildly in some unknown time and space, and we will never see it. But things are far crazier than this. In 1916, in the trenches of World War I, a German soldier named Schwarzschild was burning with fever on the brink of death. But instead of writing a will, he took out a pencil and began calculating Einstein's newly published general relativity. This equation has a time parameter that can take positive or negative values. The positive value is a black hole, and the negative value is a white hole. What does this mean? It means that a black hole must have an evil twin, a mirror version where time flows backward, and this is the origin of the white hole. From a mathematical perspective, you cannot have only black holes without white holes, just as it is absurd to have only the head side of a coin without the tails. Einstein's equations are time symmetric. If black holes can swallow matter, then white holes must expel matter. But here's a despairing problem. White holes violate the second law of thermodynamics. The universe has an ironclad rule that entropy can only increase, not decrease, meaning disorder will only grow. Black holes swallow ordered matter and compress it into a mass, which aligns with this rule. But what about white holes? They spew chaotic things into ordered matter, which is like reversing time, violating the fundamental code of the universe. So many scientists believe that white holes are not just hard to find, but fundamentally impossible to exist, because their existence itself is a slap in the face to the universe. But just when everyone thought white holes were merely a mathematical illusion, on June 14, 2006, NASA's Swift satellite detected a mysterious gamma-ray burst, designated GRB Yo60614. Gamma-ray bursts are the most violent explosions in the universe, usually lasting only a fraction of a second to a few seconds, typically caused by supernova or neutron star collisions, but this one lasted a full 102 seconds. Even more bizarre, astronomers found nothing at the explosion site. No supernova remnants, no neutron stars, nothing that could explain the explosion. It was as if someone pressed a detonation button in an empty space and then vanished without a trace. This discovery was so sensational that it was featured in the journal Nature. Chief scientist Gerold said, "This is a whole new field and we have no theory to explain it." 5 years later, some scientists suddenly thought, could this be a white hole? A white hole that appears briefly, ejects energy wildly, and then disappears instantly. If a white hole doesn't exist continuously but flashes by like lightning, then of course we can't catch it. It might only exist for a few seconds, eject energy, and then be swallowed by the black hole it created, or simply dissipate in quantum fluctuations. This explains why we can't find white holes. It's not that they don't exist, but that their existence is too brief, so brief that we can only see their remnants. But the craziest theory is yet to come. In 2024, scientists in loop quantum gravity proposed a bold and outrageous idea in their latest research. The Big Bang itself was a white hole explosion. We have always thought that the universe exploded from a starting point, expanding from a point of infinite density and infinitesimal size. But the problem is the concept of a starting point itself is a failure of physics, an infinity written down when mathematics collapses, and is not the answer at all. What if the Big Bang wasn't the beginning? What if there was a universe before us which collapsed, but never truly collapsed into a point, instead rebounding due to quantum effects when reaching maximum density? That rebound is our Big Bang, the greatest white hole event in history. This means that our universe may not have been born from nothingness, but rather expelled from another dead universe. Every one of your atoms, every bit of energy may come from a black hole in the previous universe, and every black hole in the current universe may be nurturing the next universe. Black holes devour, white holes erupt, the universe lives and dies like a never-ending cycle machine. This sounds like science fiction, but mathematical equations say it's entirely possible. The latest research in the year 2025 even looks for traces left by the previous universe in the cosmic microwave background radiation. Those strange cold spots, those anomalies that don't match the standard model, might be the scars left from the collapse of the previous universe. But if white holes could really revive, what would be the cost for humans? Imagine this scenario: you fall into a black hole. According to relativity for the outside world, time for the person entering the black hole would slow down infinitely. By the time you actually fall in, 100 billion years might have passed in the outside universe. A white hole, on the other hand, would do the opposite, spewing out everything trapped at the end of time all at once. But there's a deeply unsettling question here. When you come out of the white hole, are you still you? Your friend falls into a black hole for 0.1 second, and when he comes out of the white hole, he has already spent the entire lifespan of the universe alone. 100 billion years of solitude, 100 billion years of waiting, 100 billion years of staring into nothingness. Will he still recognize you when he comes out, or has he already become a completely closed-off monster who has witnessed the life and death of the universe? This is the most terrifying aspect of a white hole. Shit, it can indeed resurrect you, but what is resurrected might be something you don't want to see. Moreover, the more realistic question is, are you still you when you come out? Inside a white hole, the violation of the laws of thermodynamics is entropy reversing. A broken cup will restore, spilled water will return. What about the organism? When traveling through a wormhole, your body will be stretched into spaghetti by gravity and then reassembled by quantum mechanics. Can your memories, emotions, and personality truly remain intact during such a destructive reassembly? The latest theoretical physics research in 2024 suggests that black holes and white holes are not two separate celestial bodies, but two states of the same celestial body. After a black hole reaches the limit of consuming matter, it will transform into a white hole and begin to eject outward. The life cycle of this transformation process, according to the latest calculations, may be proportional to the fifth power of the mass, but due to the time dilation effect near the black hole, it may appear to take hundreds of millions of years from the outside. So all the black holes we see now may be slowly transforming into white holes, but this process is too long for humans to ever witness. Imagine this scene. One day, hundreds of millions of years from now, a black hole in the universe suddenly erupts, starting to wildly eject matter and energy, forming a massive white hole. This white hole will continue to eject for tens of millions of years until it expels all the matter swallowed by the black hole. Then it will contract again, turning back into a black hole and start the next cycle. This is the breath of the universe. Black holes and white holes are like the lungs of the universe, creating and destroying countless worlds with each inhalation and exhalation. There is an even more groundbreaking theory. In 2012, a group of physicists published a radical paper suggesting that there is a passage between black holes and white holes, and this passage is a wormhole. A black hole swallows matter at one end, transmits it through a wormhole, and then ejects it from a white hole, which might not even be in our universe but in another parallel universe. What does this mean? It means that black holes are bridges connecting different universes, with each black hole leading to another world. The matter swallowed by black holes in our universe might be ejected from white holes in another universe, creating galaxies and life in that universe. And the people in that universe might be puzzled as to why their white holes keep ejecting inexplicable matter. What they don't know is that this matter comes from our universe, from the planets and civilizations swallowed by black holes in our universe. So, if you accidentally fall into a black hole, you might not be dead, but instead have gone to another universe, only you can never return. By the time you come out, everything you knew no longer exists. The sun extinguishes, the Milky Way is torn apart, everyone you know, along with the entire human civilization, not even fossils remain. You emerge from the white hole carrying memories of the 21st century, yet you stand in a dead, cold, empty future universe. You become the loneliest ghost on the timeline. You want to find someone to share your rebirth, but the only response is the eternal silence of the vacuum. Perhaps not being resurrected is the greatest fortune. The white hole gives us not hope, but a more cruel truth. The universe might give you a second chance, but it might be one you don't want at all. At this moment, astronomers around the world are frantically searching for traces of white holes. In the year 2025, using the latest gravitational wave detection technology and cosmic microwave background radiation observations, scientists developed a specialized computational framework to identify white hole signals. They have turned their attention to the brightest celestial bodies, such as quasars. If quasars, which are so bright, are black holes, then how bright must white holes be? Could they be so bright that our instruments cannot observe them at all? Could they be hiding in a place we have never noticed, continuously ejecting matter and energy? If white holes are indeed proven to exist, it would be one of the greatest discoveries in human history, completely rewriting our understanding of the universe and prompting us to rethink the meaning of time, space, and life. And now, white holes still hide in the shadows of the universe, waiting for humanity to unveil them. Finally, here's a thought-provoking question. Since black holes correspond to white holes and you can only come out after going in, how can you be sure that the world you're in right now is real reality and not a billion-year-long montage your brain created to protect itself after you fell into a black hole?